everybody, it's Olivier Blanchard, the brand builder again, and so I want to let you know about this thing that I'm building in 2010 that I think is going to be really interesting and something I think is really needed in the world of business in relation to social media and where do we go from here. So over the last year, we've dealt with the social media shiny new object syndrome of going to conferences and sometimes once or twice a week and hearing about all the little case studies and what's Facebook, how to use Twitter. Okay, and there was a need for it, and there's going to continue to be a need for it. But I've also found that a lot of business executives, a lot of business managers, agency directors, etc., people who really are in charge of strategy and implementation of programs are a little frustrated with the fact that it tends to be always the same thing. It's the same presentations, the same types of, Twitter did this for us and Facebook did that, and what is ROI? And they're missing the integration piece. They're missing the real overall strategic and implementation piece. That basically comes down to 4 elements of social media management, in essence, for business. One being a social media program build or development, so that's the strategy piece. The other one is the social media integration or the implementation piece. This is how you actually structure social media and plug it into your organization so it works vertically, laterally, etc. So it really fits in. So it's more of an ops piece. So if you're in a Fortune 500 company, if you're in an enterprise-based company, you understand what operational-minded people do. That's more their piece. The third part of that is the actual social media program management, which is really what most of us have been talking about so far. And that's the community management, the online reputation management, the business and marketing intelligence. Basically, it's the execution piece. It's the human touch points. It's the people who actually interface with the internet, with the public at large through digital media. So that's that piece, the actual management piece or execution. And then the fourth piece is measurement, which, yes, includes ROI, but includes a lot of other things as well. So it's more of a data analysis and business analysis element. So the more analytical or analytically minded people, I can't talk today, will be really focused on that part, I think. But overall, the purpose of Red Share, which is what I'm calling it, is executive training, kind of like American Management Association style, the AMA, where you pay $1,000 to $3,000, you go sit in a room and learn how to do something and come back to your business actually knowing how to do it, or at least having the framework to start really getting good at doing that one thing. That's basically what I'm doing. So the initial round of Red Share trainings, which are going to be delivered in pretty much every major city in the United States, in a few major cities around the world, starting with London in the UK, will really be geared towards building that entire framework, teaching executives, managers, director-level people how to build a social media practice within their business, no matter how small, no matter how large the company. Initially, this program was built more for Fortune 500, Fortune 1000, and enterprise space built businesses, but honestly, now that I've looked at the material and I've presented this to a few companies already, it actually scales down really well for smaller companies. So I really recommend that you guys start kind of keeping an eye out for this. We don't have a website yet. This is something that we've just recently decided to go ahead and release to the public instead of doing it privately for companies. So the website should be up very, very shortly. But the first event in London is really, really close. It's December 4th of this year. And so there's going to be a link attached to this video. And then we'll launch the entire 2010 program in the United States and around the world probably January 1st. So you guys can start registering for these programs. They'll be a lot cheaper than the AMA stuff. They're going to range around $1,000 for a full day of training. And then what we'll do in the second half of 2010 is start releasing very specific programs, kind of a second layer of training programs that will deal specifically with measurement. So all your data analysts will be able to go in, learn how to measure social media and plug that into what they're already doing. There'll be some management courses, some on online reputation management, some on community management, and we're looking right now for people who really know how to do this stuff, so I'm not teaching those. We'll have some elements on the ops piece, and we'll have some training specifically on developing social media programs and strategies. So all that's coming. I'm really excited. I'll let you know when the website is up, and I hope you guys will help me build this thing and turn social media into a real business discipline that'll be embedded in how businesses work and do what they do, as opposed to being this shiny new object that if we continue on the path that we're on without actually helping companies implement this stuff, will just disappear in a couple of years and turn into something else. All right, thanks a lot, and we'll see you at RateShare events.